Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fluento, Everyday English for Real Life. I'm Anna, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderful, endlessly curious, sometimes slightly dramatic, David.
Slightly dramatic? Only slightly? I thought I had earned at least moderately dramatic.
Trust me, you don't want moderately. That's when you start narrating your morning coffee like it's a Shakespearean monologue.
To drink or not to drink, that is the question. But hi, everyone. It's so good to be here again. Today we're diving into something incredibly useful, really the kind of English that people use all the time in daily life without even thinking about it.
Yes, everyday English. The small but powerful words and phrases that make your speaking sound natural, confident, and real. And it's a beautiful topic because these little expressions help create connection. They make conversations flow.
And honestly, they help you understand native speakers too. There's nothing worse than learning English for years and then hearing someone say something super basic like actually or by the way and just freezing like, wait, what did I miss?
Exactly. So today we want to talk about those everyday expressions, but not in a boring list format. We're going to weave them into stories, examples, cultural insights, real conversations, basically how people truly use them.
And we'll sprinkle in some teaching moments along the way. Not too heavy, just little drops of learning exactly when you need it.
So let's start with something simple, something we all use at work, in daily conversations, when we're trying to explain or correct something gently. David, I want to start with one of my favorite softener words, actually.
Ah, yes. The polite, let me fix that without hurting your feelings word.
Exactly. Actually is like the friend who taps your shoulder and whispers, not quite.
And it's so flexible. You can use it to correct information, to soften your disagreement, to add extra clarity, or even to express surprise.
Right. And here's the cultural part. In English-speaking cultures, especially in the US and UK, people don't love being too direct. So actually helps keep things polite.
For example, imagine someone tells me, David, you look very awake today. And I say, actually, I slept only 3 hours.
Which is a very realistic example.
Very. Actually, see, I used it again. I slept 3 hours last night too because my neighbor decided 3 a.m. was the perfect time to practice the drums.
You told me it was just a little noise.
Actually, it was not a little noise. It was like living next to a marching band.
But see how soft that correction feels? Not aggressive, not confrontational, just clear.
Exactly. And listeners, next time someone says something about you that's not quite true, try responding with actually, followed by the real information. It is polite, it's natural, and it sounds very fluent.
Another word we use daily is probably.
Ah, yes. The I'm not sure, but I feel like this might happen word.
In English, we often talk in probabilities. We like showing degrees of certainty.
And culturally, this reflects something interesting. Many Americans or Brits don't want to sound too absolute. So they say things like, I'll probably be there. He'll probably call later. It's probably going to rain.
Yes, it's much more natural than giving a strong yes or no. It feels soft, flexible, and realistic.
Anna, what's something you'll probably do this weekend?
I'll probably go to the farmer's market on Saturday morning. I love walking around, smelling fresh bread, and pretending I'm French.
Pretending you're French?
Yes, I walk around holding a baguette like it's an accessory. Very Parisian.
I love that. I'll probably just sleep a lot.
That also sounds very Parisian.
Does it? Great. I'm practically European.
Now, two more expressions. Kind of and sort of. These two are all about softening your meaning.
They're like saying a little bit, but more natural. Let me give an example. I'm kind of hungry. Not starving, not dying, just a little hungry.
Or the movie was sort of boring. Not terrible, not awful, but not great either.
And culturally, these are important because English speakers often avoid sounding too extreme or too direct. Softening your language helps you sound more polite and more natural.
Exactly. And beginners often want to say, this movie is boring. But natives might say, it's sort of boring.
Softer, friendlier, more conversational.
And it's very useful when talking about emotions, too. I'm kind of stressed today.
I'm sort of tired.
I'm kind of confused.
It makes everything feel more human. One of my favorite everyday expressions is deal with.
Oh, yes. We all deal with things.
Work problems, emails, kids, pets, broken appliances, stress.
Life.
Exactly. Deal with means to manage or handle a situation. It's incredibly common in English.
In fact, I think everyone listening deals with something almost every day. I deal with students who forget their homework. David deals with neighbors who play drums at 3 a.m.
I do indeed. And listeners, you might deal with a busy schedule, transportation delays, or even learning English.
Learning English is something you deal with, but in a good way.
And if someone gives you a problem at work, you might say, I'll deal with it.
Very confident, very natural. Speaking of responsibility, let's talk about schedule.
Americans love schedules. We schedule everything. Meetings, lunches, gym sessions, phone calls, even naps sometimes.
That's true. We love feeling organized, and schedule is basically your plan for the day, week, or month.
Let me check my schedule. I have a full schedule today. What's your schedule like tomorrow?
It's such a common expression. Honestly, even when we don't have anything to do, we still say, let me check my schedule. So we sound busy.
Yes, it gives us a sense of importance. My schedule is full. Sounds more professional than I don't feel like it.
It does. Now, let's move to expressions used in everyday interactions. A favorite one. Guess what?
Guess what? Is like opening the door to surprising or exciting news.
Exactly. It grabs attention. It creates anticipation.
If I say, guess what? You immediately lean closer.
You want to know what happened.
Guess what? I found $20 in my old coat. Guess what? My sister had her baby.
It's warm, exciting, natural. You use it when you want to pull someone into your moment. Another beautiful phrase is, by the way.
Oh yes, it's like changing the subject, gently.
You're talking about your weekend, and then suddenly you remember something else. You say, by the way, did you get my email?
Or, by the way, I saw your friend yesterday.
It keeps conversations flexible.
And, culturally, it shows politeness. You're signaling to the other person, I'm going to change the topic for a moment.
And when you want to return to the main idea, you say, anyway.
Yes, anyway is like a conversational reset button.
You get lost in a side story, and then you say, anyway, as I was saying.
Or when you want to wrap up a call. Anyway, I should go now.
It's polite, soft, and extremely useful.
I mean is another natural one. We use it constantly.
It's like saying, let me explain, or let me say that differently.
For example, the movie was terrible. I mean, it wasn't my favorite.
It softens your opinion, gives you space to rephrase.
And it makes you sound very native, because real speech is full of small clarifications like this.
Okay, let's talk about home life. And one of the most common words is leftovers.
Oh, yes. My fridge is basically 70% leftovers.
Leftovers are food from a previous meal that you save for later.
We have leftovers from last night. And honestly, leftovers can be better than the original meal.
They really can. Then another word, messy.
My room is often messy. Papers everywhere, clothes on the chair.
On the chair? David, it's always the chair.
Yes, the universal place where clothes go when they're not clean enough for the closet and not dirty enough for the laundry.
Exactly. And of course, fix, meaning to repair.
I need to fix the sink. I need to fix my computer.
Very common at home.
Now let's move to the modern world. Phones, internet, apps. This is where English changes fast.
Absolutely. Words like log in and log out are essential.
Did you log into your account? I forgot to log out.
And then we have scroll.
Oh, yes. Many of us scroll more than we walk.
Very true.
I was scrolling through Instagram. Scroll down to read more.
And we also have upload and download.
I download files from the internet. I upload photos to social media.
These are so common in daily digital life that you'll hear them everywhere. Now let's talk about feelings, one of my favorite topics.
Same. Feelings are universal, and English has so many great everyday words for them.
Like annoyed.
Annoyed is when something small bothers you. I'm annoyed at the traffic.
I'm annoyed because my phone keeps freezing.
Not angry, just irritated. Then excited, a positive emotion. Something good is going to happen. You're full of energy.
And then frustrated when something isn't working and you feel stuck.
Like trying to assemble IKEA furniture.
Yes, that will make anyone frustrated.
Then we have everyday expressions for shopping and city life. Like check out.
Check out this store.
Check out that new restaurant.
Or at the supermarket, you go to the checkout to pay.
Or the very dramatic expression, run out of.
When you have none left of something. We ran out of milk.
Or I ran out of energy.
And take a look, meaning to quickly look at something.
Can you take a look at my homework? Take a look at this offer.
You know, David, as we talk about these everyday words, I'm reminded of something important. Fluency isn't about big vocabulary. It's about the right small words.
Yes, the little connectors, the softeners, the transition words.
Exactly. These everyday expressions help you sound natural, warm, and human.
And you don't need to memorize long lists. Just listen, repeat, and let them become part of your daily English.
And by the way, I made a fresh pot of tea while you were finishing your story earlier.
Wait, by the way, there it is again.
Exactly. You see how natural it is? Without even thinking, we use these expressions just because they fit so well in daily conversation.
And it's a good reminder that listeners shouldn't memorize these words like vocabulary from a book. They should feel them.
Yes, feel their rhythm, their purpose, their emotion.
Speaking of emotion, you told me earlier you had a story related to one of the everyday words we covered. I think it was frustrated or maybe run out of.
Oh yes, run out of. This happened last week and I'm still laughing about it. So I was preparing dinner, simple pasta, nothing fancy. And suddenly I realized I had run out of salt. Completely, not a single grain left.
Oh no, that's like discovering you've run out of oxygen.
I know. And the funny thing is, I didn't realize it because the salt container looked full. But when I opened it, it was filled with rice.
Rice?
My niece had been playing kitchen the day before and filled the salt container with uncooked rice because she said it looks prettier. So I ran out of salt, had a pot of pasta boiling, and suddenly I was like, now what?
So what did you do?
I did what any sane adult does. I knocked on my neighbor's door with a pot of boiling pasta behind me.
And what did the neighbor say?
She opened the door, looked at the pot, and said, Anna, why are you holding pasta like a newborn baby?
I'm dying. But here's a good language moment. Notice how naturally you used ran out of. I ran out of salt. It's so simple, but it describes a situation perfectly.
Yes, and it's one of those phrases that appears in everyday life all the time. We run out of milk, run out of gas, run out of money, run out of time.
Run out of patience.
Very often.
Actually, another great word, we run out of things emotionally too. We can run out of energy or motivation.
Yes, and we refill by resting, connecting, breathing.
That makes me think words don't just describe life, they help us understand our lives. When you tell someone, I'm frustrated, you're not just complaining, you're naming the feeling, you're identifying it.
Yes, and naming a feeling gives you power over it.
That's so true.
Speaking of feelings, I want to explore annoyed, frustrated, and excited a bit more because learners often only use big emotions like angry or happy.
Yes, but everyday life is full of small emotions, little waves, not big storms.
Exactly, and English gives us so many gentle ways to express them.
For example, annoyed is softer than angry. It's like saying, I'm not angry, but something is bothering me.
And frustrated is specific. It means you're trying to accomplish something, but something is blocking you.
And excited, I love this one because it's such a joyful word.
It is, and we use it for big and small things. I'm excited for the trip. I'm excited to see my friend. I'm excited to try this new dessert.
Speaking of dessert, remember that time I got excited about a chocolate cake and then got frustrated because I accidentally dropped the whole thing?
Oh, yes. Oh, please tell that story.
Okay, so imagine young David, maybe 12 years old, standing proudly in the kitchen. I had just made this beautiful chocolate cake. It was my first time baking alone. And when I say beautiful, I mean beautiful for a 12-year-old, so not that beautiful.
I can imagine.
I lifted the cake to show my mom, and she said, "Wow, you did this by yourself?" And guess what I said?
Guess what, as in the phrase, or guess what, as in you actually said guess what?
Both. I literally said, "Guess what?" And when I turned around, dramatically, because remember, slightly dramatic since childhood, the cake slipped off the plate, flew through the air like a slow-motion movie scene, and landed upside down on the floor.
Oh no.
My mom just looked at me and said, "Well, at least it smells good."
Oh, that's such a mom thing to say. But see, in that one story, we hear naturally excited, frustrated, guess what?
Real emotions, real language, real life.
You know, listening to your cake story reminds me of something. Tourists, because when tourists come to a new city, they always check out places.
Oh, yes, check out is so useful.
Check out this cafe. Check out this street. Let's check out that museum.
And take a look is softer and more polite.
Yes. Take a look at this menu. Take a look at this view.
There's a cultural difference, too. In English-speaking places, people often invite others to check out something because it's a friendly gesture. It means, I think you'll enjoy this. I want to share it with you.
Yes, it's a social connection.
Okay, Anna, I have to confess something. Last night, I scrolled through my phone for 2 hours without noticing.
You're not alone. Many of us do that.
I opened Instagram to check one message. One. Then suddenly, I was watching a video of a cat learning how to swim.
That's so relatable. Scrolling is such a big part of modern daily life.
And honestly, I sometimes get frustrated with myself because I think, why am I scrolling through random videos instead of reading or resting?
Because scrolling is designed to keep us scrolling. It's infinite. You never reach the end.
That's true. And uploading and downloading have become second nature. We upload photos without thinking. We download apps without even noticing.
English changes with technology. 10 years ago, many of these words were used differently. Now they're everyday verbs.
You know, earlier we talked about kind of, sort of, actually, and probably. And I've been thinking about why English uses so many softening words.
That's a beautiful question. English is a politeness-oriented language. It tries to protect both people in the conversation, the speaker and the listener.
Yes, if you say you're wrong, it feels strong. But if you say, actually, I think it might be this, it feels gentle.
Exactly. Or instead of saying, the food is bad, you say, it's sort of salty.
And it creates harmony.
This is very cultural. In many English-speaking countries, we avoid sounding too direct because directness can feel rude or aggressive.
So using small words helps us be respectful.
Yes, and for learners, using these softeners can make you sound more native, but also more kind.
Speaking of kindness, do you remember that time you helped that older man at the grocery store?
Oh, yes. He was trying to check out at the self-checkout machine, and it kept telling him, unexpected item in the bagging area.
That phrase haunts everyone.
It really does. He looked at me and said, Miss, I'm 78. I think everything in my life is unexpected. I laughed so hard.
That's adorable.
So I helped him check out his groceries, and after he paid, he said, take a look at this, and showed me a picture of his dog.
Ah,
And he said, she's waiting for me. I need to hurry home.
that's beautiful. See, these everyday expressions, check out, take a look at, run out of, they appear in small, human moments like that.
Yes, and language is always emotional. It's about people, not grammar books.
I want to share something more personal. When I first lived abroad, I struggled with simple, everyday English. Not big words, not academic vocabulary. Simple phrases,
Like what?
like, you're all set.
Oh, yes, that one.
I was at a cafe and the barista handed me my drink and said, you're all set. I stood there like, set for what? I thought maybe she meant I needed to wait or sign something.
Poor David.
And the line behind me was growing. But culturally, you're all set means you're finished. Everything is okay. You can go now.
Yes, it's so idiomatic.
That's why I think everyday English is so important. It's the language of real interactions, of waiting in line, of buying groceries, of making plans, of making friends.
Yes, and learning these expressions helps you feel included. You know, David, sometimes I think learners feel frustrated because they think fluency is a big, heavy mountain.
Yes, they think they need thousands of words before they can speak naturally.
But the truth is, fluency lives in small words, in phrases like, actually, I mean, by the way, probably, kind of, run out of.
The magic is in the little things.
Yes, and every person listening right now is already closer to fluency than they think.
Absolutely. If you can understand this podcast, you're already living inside real English.
I want to encourage our listeners to share their own stories, maybe something small that happened today or yesterday.
Yes, use these everyday words to talk about your life.
For example, guess what? I actually ran out of coffee this morning and I was kind of frustrated.
That's a perfect sentence.
Or, by the way, I'm excited about a trip I'll probably take next month.
Or even, I was scrolling on my phone and found a restaurant I want to check out.
Yes, natural, simple, beautiful.
So, Anna, now that we've explored stories, culture, emotions, and everyday situations, what do you think is the biggest lesson in all of this?
For me, it's that everyday English is not small. It's essential. It's where real communication happens.
I love that.
When you can use these little expressions comfortably, you stop studying English and start living in English.
That's such a great way to say it.
And the more you live inside the language, the more natural it becomes.
And the more confident you feel.
So, dear listeners, as we come to the end of this long, warm episode, we want to leave you with one final thought. Using simple, everyday English is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of mastery.
Yes, because real fluency comes from confidence, connection, clarity, natural rhythm.
Every time you say, actually, or kind of, or take a look, you're building real-world communication skills.
And we are so proud of you, truly.
Remember, just try one new expression today. Use it with a friend, at work, with your family, or even just when talking to yourself.
And share your story. Tell us in the comments or messages, what everyday English word did you use today?
We love hearing from you. Your stories inspire us, and they inspire other learners too.
Thank you for spending this time with us. We know you could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're here, learning, growing, improving.
And we are honored to be part of your English journey.
This has been Fluento Everyday English for Real Life. I'm David.
And I'm Anna.
And we'll see you in the next episode. Take care, keep practicing, and keep living in English.